All right, Robert, we're going to give you your shot.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just going to feel a little pinch, okay?
All right.
Feeling good. All right.
Ever since I could remember, I had a fear of needles as a kid, specifically getting shots as a kid. And now that I'm older, I still feel a tad bit uneasy about getting shots, but it's a lot better now because, I'm a man.
Boo.
And this reason I have a fear of needles, specifically shots, is because between the age of 4 or 6, I had to get 2 shots each in both my thighs. And little me, he's not going for that. And that is to say, I was uncontrollably screaming, crying, thrashing around, and I was incredibly fearful of just getting shots in both my legs. It low-key gave me PTSD from this whole entire altercation. And you know how Wolverine gets PTSD from the experiments that he was in? That's how I feel, not gonna lie. I don't remember most of what happened because, I'm a toddler.
So cute. So cute.
And the extent of my knowledge is that I remember crying a whole lot and remember getting shots in both my legs and then crying a whole lot more, then passing out and then waking up back at home in my bed. But then I asked my parents about this story because, I had questions and they had answers. And my mom said that I was crying so much that there was no sound coming out of my mouth. Yo, dude, I think you're mudded. My dad's side of the story was that he was literally gonna punch the doctors because, my dad got my back and that he was ready to run hands with the doctors because they were putting me through so much pain. And ever since that interaction with me having to get shots in my leg, I used to dread going to the doctor's office. And I always used to ask my mom, am I gonna have to get a shot? 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 And I literally felt like I beat a murder case whenever my mom said, no, you're not gonna have to get a shot this time. And this past summer, I ended up working at a summer camp. And because I was working at a summer camp, I had to get a TB shot. And for those that don't know what that is, it's basically where they give you a shot on the surface of your skin and release the medicine through it, and it leaves a little bubble that you're not supposed to touch, and it should go away after 24 hours if you don't have TB. But if you do have TB, I don't know, you die. I don't know for sure. I'm not a doctor. So I went to go get my TB shot, and as the doctor is ready to give me the shot, I thought I was ready to face my fears. Turns out I wasn't. I literally cringed when the needle entered my skin, and I got PTSD from when I was a kid and having to get one of those shots in my legs. So, moral of the story is that face your fears or you won't be able to get this bread.